Senator Perdue said it would be illogical for voter fraud claims to stop Georgians from voting for him. But will it?
Yeah, I mean, Blaine hit the nail on the head here. Republicans are now forced to reassure their own supporters that despite these conflicting messages about a rigged vote from President Trump, that it's okay to go back out and return to the polls on January 5th for all important runoffs to determine control of the U.S. Senate. And that's the challenge Republicans have today. That's why I'm here in Savannah to hear from Vice President Mike Pence, who will try to deliver that message to Republicans, try to re-energize that base, because with the election margin so tight in Georgia, Joe Biden won the state by about 12,000 votes. Republicans can't afford any of their base to stay home in January.
Yeah, I mean, you can expect a traditional message, right, from Mike Pence. The president, however, on Saturday, maybe not so much. Are you hearing any nervousness from Republicans that he may just spend all his time there trashing the election?
Yeah, a lot of squeamishness from Republicans. What they want to hear Trump say is that a vote for Senators Perdue and Loeffler is tantamount to a vote for him. What they fear he'll do instead is focus more about his election grievances, about his false claims of a rigged vote, of his systemic irregularities, and looking backwards instead of looking forwards. That's why a number of senior Republican officials here in Georgia, including former Governor Nathan Deal, signed a recent letter urging Republicans to move forward and look ahead to January 5th and stop looking behind them.
Special elections are always tough, but what are you sensing on the Democratic side? We just heard about the number of mail-in ballots that have been requested. And what about President Obama's virtual visit today? Does that help? Does the fact that he's not there mean it might not be so impactful? Give me a read on the Democratic side.
Yeah, well, Democrats are trying to unite and re-energize that same base that led them to a Joe Biden victory in the state. For the first time, a Democrat has carried the state since 1992. But look, the odds are tough for them as well, because Republicans have won every statewide runoff vote in Georgia history. And what Democrats in particular need to do is re-energize the African-American base, the black base of voters that is the foundation, the cornerstone of the Democratic coalition in Georgia. And that's been tough in runoff votes. But with Reverend Warnock at the top of the ballot, Democrats think that they have a chance to do that this cycle.
And if I can for a minute, let's talk money, because it was already the most expensive Senate election. I think we're topping, $300 million. And then Karl Rove is raising crazy money for Republicans. Where is all that money going? Does it matter even at some point that there's so much money out there, so many ads? I mean, what are you seeing in terms of the impact of those kinds of dollars?
What I'm seeing in Georgia is every time you turn on a TV, every time you turn on your car radio, every time you watch Netflix or a streaming platform, you see these ads. $300 million alone just on TV spending right now. That doesn't count all the other money that's being spent on mailers, on organization, on get out the vote efforts, all that. At some point, I feel like the TV screaming back and forth, the ads just neutralize. And what's really going to come down to is the get out the vote efforts that both campaigns and their allies are building.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.